Hi friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm glad you tuned in. Today I am starting our freezer pantry challenge. We have so many oddball things in here, so I want to see how long we can go without going on like an actual grocery trip. Obviously, because I have two little kids, I'm going to need to pick up some things because my kids, sometimes they're a little picky. But for the most part, we're going to do our very best to spend as little as possible for as long as possible. So I want to take you on a tour of my fridge, my freezers, my pantry, and show you what we're working with. All right, so absolute chaos is what we're working with up here. Just straight up chaos. We've got meatballs, we've got chicken, nuggets. What are these? A little bit of raviolis left. Oh, that's probably what I'll have for dinner tonight. Raviolis, a couple meatballs, because I already have a jar of sauce that's open down there. Perfect. Some bacon, frozen veggies galore. It's just a hodgepodge mess of stuff up here, which is why we need to go through this. Then down here in the refrigerator, we went to the grocery store. That's why it's so stocked in here. We didn't go like yesterday. When did we go? I think 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago. But anyway, this is what we're working with. That top shelf is mostly all drinks. Amelia didn't finish her tiny little baby bit of Jello pudding, so we put that back in there. This little bit here is yogurt and applesauces, but everything else is drinks. So we have a little bit over half of our 60 count of eggs, a pack of bacon defrosting. We've got more pudding in the back there for little treats. This container here is leftover egg bake that I made for breakfast today, so I'll have that for tomorrow. One of the kids didn't eat their mac and cheese, so they will eat that up for dinner tonight. Some deli meat. This here is pineapple. This is a container of raw chicken that we need to cook up. Some cottage cheese. This whole drawer is pretty much full of cheese and pepperoni and salami. And then this is some odd and end produce.
What are you doing?
I'm talking to our friends. You want to say hi?
And what are you doing?
Are you going to say hi?
No.
Oh, how rude.
What are you doing?
Showing them our refrigerator. And then, you know, the chaos that is always the refrigerator door. At least my refrigerator door. And here's our chest freezer. It's not really that full, but I want to get this emptied and I think out of here. I don't know if we're going to keep it. I'm on the fence. I keep going back and forth, but it's constantly only like a third of the way full. And I don't know. I just don't know if this is worth it to have all the space used for this right now. We shall see. Anyway, I digress. Butter, some yeast, some treats. Those are Uncrustables down there. Some kielbasa, some bagel bites. We've already gotten into these. It's still mostly full, but some, what are those? Pot stickers, some chopped up bell peppers, some frozen chicken, a couple packs of frozen ground chicken, and a couple packs of hot dogs. I'm showing you everything. I've got a little bit left of this Premier powder, the protein powder, so I'm hoping we can use this up soon. Maybe I'll make something with it just to kind of get it gone, because it's not expired, but we're closer to the expiration date than I don't think I've ever been with something like this. All right, I'm showing you guys everything. I've got my Dr. Peppa's, like half, but most of them are in the fridge right now. My cherry limeade waters, again, about half, bunch in the fridge. The pre-made vanilla shakes, about half. Nick really likes these. This needs to get used up, but it's not as convenient as the already made shakes, so we don't often go to this. So I might make something with this. I'm not sure, but I want to make sure we use this up before it expires, because we are getting kind of close to that expiration date. Then in the back here, I've got a little bit of hot chocolate mix, some espresso powder, our regular coffee, my regular coffee, and then there's a few K-cups in the bottom of this. And then hopefully I don't make anybody sick, but we're backing up. Nick has his bubblies. He has those 3. And he's got a few of the small flavored bottles. One's over here. We have a big old watermelon. We've got some bananas over here. 4 bananas, 3 apples, a little bit of bacon grease to do some cooking with. I'm showing everything. I'm showing everything. My seasonings, there are a few oddball seasonings in here that I've been trying consciously to use up, so I do hope that this will be noticeably less chaotic by the time this pantry challenge is done. And then I do have some vinegars and oils up there for cooking as well. Oops, and I just missed this, our Red Bull case. One of our friends works at Red Bull and was kind enough to get us my favorite flavor, so this will be consumed after we run out of creamer. So I have this container of flour, which just is now living out on my counter. My bread machine died, so I ended up buying a couple loaves of bread so I could get into the swing of things of making bread without my bread machine. I'm not there yet. And then our flavored water station, because this little goblin here does not like plain water. You got your juice? Yeah. Alright, we're starting at the bottom of the pantry. This will go around. This is wine. I think I'm going to give it to a friend. Ditch this. It's been in here for ages, and I don't drink enough to have it in my pantry. So, that, I have vegetable oil in the front, olive oil in the back. This is a box of applesauce and yogurt pouches. It's all mixed up at this point. Got some Pirate's Booty. We've got some cheese and peanut butter crackers in there. We've got peanut butter pretzels that I know you guys can't see, but there's one more thing right there. Regular pretzels, graham crackers, kid snack cereal, ketchup, peanut butter. We've got pastas, big bag of almonds, tortillas, crackers, mac and cheese, lots of rice, some canned goods, miscellaneous, beans, cream of mushroom, cranberry sauce, you know, the oddball stuff. Some dried fruits here, salad dressing, hot sauce, pickles, tomato sauce, stock, peanuts, sugar that's supposed to be up here on my very messy baking shelf, some Parmesan cheese, and then this is all applesauce here. I don't know, just some oddball things that need to get used up. So that's everything that we're starting with. Alright, so I have some bell peppers in my freezer, so I am letting those get up to room temp. Then I'm going to throw in some onions and my ground turkey because I am making cheeseburger pasta skillet. Super easy. I'm just following the directions. I'm just adding a vegetable in here as well. And I don't think either of our Rugrats will eat tonight's dinner, so I made them both a snacky plate. Cheese and crackers for both, strawberries for both. Amelia has some cucumbers and pepperonis. I'm letting Lucas try a pepperoni. I forgot to give them their morning gummy, their vitamin, so threw those on there as well.
Mine.
Yours. Alright, so now this is definitely some clean out the freezer pantry challenge meal. We've got some hash browns, we've got some ham, we've got some Swiss. I've got an onion I need to chop up, going on a little bit of a field trip. We've got some peppers that I got chopped up, froze, and now I'm using them out of my freezer, and we're going to use a can of cream of mushroom to make some sort of ham Swiss potato bake. And here's how that bake turned out. It looks pretty good. I added some breadcrumbs because it looked a little bit on the watery side to kind of help absorb some more liquid, but it does look good. It smells great. I'm gonna try a bite of it right now. So I know this wouldn't be for everyone, and I'm also aware that this is the ugliest bowl of food I think I've probably ever shown you guys, but I'm repurposing last night's dinner into some breakfast because potatoes, ham, peppers, cheese. I scrambled in some eggs into that, and now I have like a loaded scrambler. Some dry toast because I'm gonna scoop up some of the scramble on the toast, but I wanted to show you how I'm repurposing some dinner. All right, friends, so we're looking pretty empty in here. I got a Walmart order that I'm picking up for a few things. We're still doing the freezer pantry challenge. I just wanted to show you the progress. The fridge is looking real empty. It's looking good. My freezer, I could probably fit everything from my deep freezer in here. I think I'm gonna do that today. But we're doing really good. We only have a little bit left in the freezer, and it's like oddball things. I have a gallon bag of chopped up peppers in there. I have some Uncrustables, and I have some ice cream in there. And then frozen water bottles for whenever we go to like the playground to take one. So this is almost empty. Yay! All right, I am making some cream of broccoli soup. I threw in some spinach because I have like half a bag left of spinach that I want to use up, so just added some more vitamins into the soup. So these are my odds and ends frozen broccoli, so I'm just getting this up to room temp. I'm gonna throw in some homemade stock right here, and then some onions, some garlic, but I will show you those steps when we get there. All right, the broccoli has given me enough room. It's cooked down enough where I can throw in my onion and my garlic. So I'm just gonna let this boil and have everything cook. I am gonna throw in some seasonings right now. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna throw in. Definitely salt, pepper, oregano, but maybe something else. I'm not sure. I will put it on the screen if I come up with something different. All right, so after everything cooked together for a while, I sent it through my blender, and now I'm just having the cheese and cream cheese in here melt and become one with the soup. Taste it for seasoning, and then we should be all set. Alright, at the beginning of this freezer pantry challenge, I did not have a bread machine. It died on me, and I was so sad. But my husband found this really nice one, West Bend. I don't know if it's a really nice brand or not, but I really like it. It's brand new, it's shiny. Big. It's so much bigger than my last one. My last one, the biggest loaf size that it would make was 2 pounds. This is the smallest one that this one makes. So I'm going to be able to get 2 loaves out of one go, which is very exciting for me. But I'm going to need to get more flour here real soon now that I'm back to making bread. So I forgot to show you, but I did buy my gigantic big bag of flour because I'm not going to buy a small bag of flour. That's just silly. We go through it so fast. So I bought a 10-pound bag of flour. I bought another thing of creamer for Nick. Lucas has been begging me for apples, so I bought a bag of apples and another cucumber because that's Amelia's like favorite thing. I just didn't show you, so this is me telling you I bought all of those items. I just need to show you all of the things that I'm using up to make my peanut butter balls. So I've got some sprinkles, empty, gone. When I was organizing my baking shelf, I saw that this little bit of powdered sugar could fit in its container. So this package is now out of there. I'm using up all the marshmallows. I used up the last of the protein powder. I'm using up the rest of my coconut flakes and my peanut butter chips. So like they're chocolate chips, but they're flavored like peanut butter instead. And I will be killing this big jar of peanut butter and having to open my next one. Alright, and nothing screams freezer pantry challenge like a big pot of chili. I had frozen peppers already, and I had frozen corn, and I already had all the beans and the tomatoes in the pantry, so this was too easy to put together. Is it yummy, buddy?
Can you do that to me?
Lukey, is it yummy?
No.
I forgot to show you while I was making this. Oops. Anyway, I did not have enough tortillas to make enchiladas, but that just sounded really good. So I layered everything. So I put tortilla down, and then I put peppers and onions all sauteed, cooked up. Then I put another layer of tortillas, and then I put beans and corn, like seasoned Mexican style, on top of that layer of tortilla. Then I put more tortillas on top, covered the whole thing in enchilada sauce, and then I put cheese on top of that because I did not have enough tortillas. So I don't even have a picture of it finished. I have how I chopped it up to reheat it. So it's in tiny little squares all over the plate, and I put ranch dressing on top. It was really good, which is why I'm telling you. I probably wouldn't do ranch. I wanted sour cream, and that was the closest thing we had to it. So here's a picture of this delicious food I made. All right, so I know this top shelf still looks very crowded, but it was so out of control and unorganized and just a straight up mess up there that I had so much baking supplies throughout the pantry, but we used so much of it that it all now fits back in its home up on top, which is fantastic. So I have my oatmeal up there, some chocolate chips, sugar, vanilla. I just made some more. I found more vanilla beans, so I stuck them in this big bottle of vodka to get that cooking. I have enough for my holiday baking, so that's good. And then just more baking supplies up in the back. Those are just my more common ones, more towards the front, because I keep my flour on the counter. Next shelf down, this is where I normally keep like the things I've made, my canned stuff. As you can see, I have used a lot of stuff here. My oil I had to bring up because my son likes to play in the bottom shelf of the pantry now, so that's normally where that goes, but it's up here for now. So I just have a few more canned goods to work through, but I'm very proud of how much we used. Going down again, this is like the can, like I don't make my own cranberry sauce or catch my own tuna to can. So those kind of canned things. Dressings, peanut butter. This is like the mom and dad snacks. So protein bars, trail mix, my mom treats, and popcorn back there. The kids can obviously have popcorn, but I like to make it for them so that they don't burn it or undercook it and eat a lot of kernels. Some almonds. Again, very empty. I could probably fit both of these shelves together if I wanted to. And as you can see, this one is alarmingly empty. I have an open box of orzo pasta. I have one box of mac and cheese. This is a pound of spaghetti. This is open and we're already through more than half. Well, not more than half. We're into the third cracker. This container of rice is it holds 5 pounds of rice. So we're down to probably a pound, maybe a pound and a half of rice. Going down even farther, this is the kid shelf. This only has one more sleeve of graham crackers. This is almost gone. That's all the pirate booty we have left, just that tiny little bit. Peanut butter pretzels are about half now, and their snack situation is not overflowing, which is great. That means they can actually see the stuff that they want and grab it. And then I know it needs to be cleaned, but this is said bottom shelf and it's all empty. I just have one big flour container that's not currently in use. And here is the refrigerator. We've done very well in here as well, I feel. We only have, I don't know, that many eggs. I always buy the 60 count, so normally this is when I would be like, okay, next order, I gotta get some eggies. This is some protein balls left in there. I already showed you at one point in this video, but we have probably half of them left. That's a little bowl of applesauce that my son said he really wanted and then saw it and said no, as toddlers do.
Oh my God.
some leftovers, some fried rice, and some ziti and meatballs. This looks really full, but it's really not. It's just a hot mess. Talking to my friends, baby girl. So it's just cheese sticks and salami and like shredded cheese. This is like Amelia's lunch. She has salami, pepperoni, and a cheese stick almost every day. So I did keep that stocked. And I have, I think, 4 apples left in here, a half of a cucumber, and 3 onions. And then, of course, coffee, because we need that. Coffee is very important. All right, and this is the top freezer. Like, this is my refrigerator down here. This is the freezer on top. I have probably a third of a bag of meatballs left. I made the kids some French toast, so I like to keep that in the freezer so it stays fresh for them, and I'll take out whatever they want for that morning. A couple frozen water bottles, no big deal. We use those for like ice packs. Obviously our ice tray. We have a tiny bit of sausage left, probably will be gone tomorrow or the next day. About a third of a bag of fries, 1 bag of mixed veggie blend, about probably another third of these wontons. As you can see, a bunch of peppers, some more peppers, and some blueberries. Oh, and these are tomatoes. But we did really well in here. This thing was so full I couldn't even show you what we had last time. And the chest freezer is empty. Yes, the chest freezer is empty. And over here, just kind of odds and ends. The rest of the Uncrustables, mom chocolate, some yeast, and the open veggies that I have. So this is looking fantastic. This is a long video for me, so if you made it this long, I'm really happy that you decided to hang out with me for the last 20 or so minutes. I just wanted to jump in because I did not film everything because it doesn't look that different. But we did use up 5 different seasonings because we had so many that were just so close to being empty. So we did use up 5 different seasonings and half a case of that Red Bull. And everything else that I showed you is long gone.
Hi, friends.
It's actually the bye-bye. Can you say bye, friends?
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.
Bye.